Oh, yeah. Hey. Can you dig it? Dig it. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Untethered Live on a Friday night. I'm your host, Jake Johnson, and joining me always is my band.
Howdy, Untethered Live.
What's happening, Bandhammer?
Not much.
Fantastic. It's a good day. It's a good day for America, everybody. What's going on out there in the world?
It's a good day for a Republican, anyway.
Has the president done anything crazy? What's happening? Tell me about it.
Because the Democrats have lost their mind.
They're crazy. They're crazy people.
They're crazy, I tell you.
Nice hot cup of coffee to start the show off just right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And a fantastic dinner. It was stuff on top of stuff, and it had stuff beside it. It's delicious.
You make it sound like half the stuff I cook is unidentifiable.
Well, what was it?
It was rice and black-eyed peas and tomato gravy.
There's no such thing as tomato gravy.
It is.
Did you make it with flour?
Nope.
Then it's not gravy.
Anyway, that's what I was raised as it was called, so that's what it is to me.
I can't help it. Your parents were uneducated.
No, well, that's what my daddy called it, so that's what it'll be.
It's not gravy.
Anyway.
But it was good.
And pork.
And pork. Stuff. There was stuff
and
on top of stuff.
And fried cornbread.
And stuff beside the stuff that was on top of the stuff that was beside the stuff. It was stuffy. It was good. Anyway, and some coffee on top of it, which is wonderful. Don't you want to have a cup with me? If so, go to the kitchen, pour yourself up a nice hot cup of coffee, and let's get this party started. If you do not have a cup or coffee, you can get that in the description below. I recommend the first cup. It has my face on it. It is fantastic. But also, Café Bustelo is good, señorita. Yes, it is. Go check it out. And if life is handing you a big old fat ouch, get yourself a pickle in a pouch. Right down there. Can't beat it. Like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chats are available in the chat box if you'd like to show a little bit of love. But if you want to, you can do that at CashApp $JakeJohnsonBand or PayPal.me/JakeJohnsonBand. I appreciate that very much. One last thing, if you'd like to hang out with us outside of the YouTuberverse, over there, beside the stuff that we're doing, the stuff over here, the stuff that's over there, Facebook.com/UntetheredLive. The link is in the chat. It's a great place to share pictures, text, videos, memes, and get to know each other. And, have private conversations over there in our private chat for just us.
Without being censored.
Without being censored. And
YouTube.
Without strangers showing up. You can be relatively sure you're having a private conversation over there. And also, there are videos over there that are updated regularly that are adjacent to or directly relating to things we talk about over here on this channel. So go check it out. It's free. It's fun. It's yours. It's available. It's there. It's there. Go check it out. And now, back to the show. Who is first in chat? That would be Amy. Amy's first in chat. Amy, you get the gold star for being first in chat once again. Excellent. She kicks off with Romans 12:2. 12:2. And be not conformed to this world. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by it, by renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. By being transformed by the world that you find yourself in. It's a very, very important, wise statement there. And it's all about taking what's in front of you and making it work for you. Don't be a part of it. Change it into something new. Make it something different. Don't just do what's there. Do more. Do your own thing. Be your own individual flair of planet Earth. That's what that's all about. And do it within the will of God. Don't be evil. Don't be rude. Don't be corrupt. Don't be kinky. Just do it. And Amy says, hi, Jake, Amanda, and Untethered Live family. Hamburger helper hand. How are you? Gold star. Amanda?
Amy, here's your gold star. And
I tell you so. I tell you so.
hamburger helper hand, Amy. And hi, Untethered Live family. Good to see you all.
Hi.
I
How
hope
are you?
everyone had a good week. Hey, Jake, how are you tonight?
I am full.
I hope. And talking about you was starving. I promise you
I
wouldn't
was-
starve.
Very hungry when I got here. I am not so much that anymore. Not sure how you pulled that one off, but I was hungry before I got here, and now I'm not.
Because I'm good like that.
And also kind of sleepy.
Well, yeah, you got a full belly now.
Yeah, I want to curl up and hibernate.
Yes. Come on.
I got this thing I got to do first, and then I'll be right there.
I'm down.
I am down also. Maureen Flood's here. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Maureen.
Squeak it out. Come on.
Hi, Maureen. You're just not going to play with me at all.
Oh, me?
Duh.
Oh, I'm already.
Never mind. It's too late. I learned to pick up a cue.
I was scrolling trying to get back my chat jump.
And
so I was
Maureen
trying to get back.
says, please like and share. Thank you, Maureen. How are you doing this fine evening? This fine Friday evening.
Woo-hoo, it's Friday.
Squeaky, squeaky. Sorry about the voice. It's a thing. I'm keeping it for a while. Till it goes away.
Hamburger helper hand, Maureen.
Amy says, liked, shared, and invited some friends. Yes. Thank you very much, Amy. Amy says, speaking of invited friends, hey, Maureen. Maureen, were you invited?
Yeah, by Amy.
I thought you belonged here.
Her first time, she belongs here now, but her first time was by Amy.
Well, it's a wonderful thing to have. Amy says, I'm at work, so I'll be listening mostly. I hear you. I'm at work too, but I do a lot of talking while I'm at work. Here's a link to the page if anybody wants to check that out. Right there in chat.
Yep, a chilling page.
Maureen says, hey, Amy. And Amy says, Jake, Aaron sent me a video of you earlier today. Of me? Where did he get a video of me?
What was he doing?
What was I doing? Apparently it was funny because she kept it with a lull.
Yeah.
I have to see this. Now I'm curious. There are videos of me floating around that I don't know about, that other people have taken during shows or whatnot. So there's no telling what you might find on the internet if you look. It is out there. It's kind of hard to find because I'm not really a thing anymore. I used to be. And if you were looking while I was a thing, you might have been easier to find, but I'm no longer a thing, so it might be a little difficult. But there are things out there. You just have to look. There's a video of me playing drums that somebody took at a party where everybody was drunk. And it's just a little clip of me playing drums. And I have no idea who took that video or where it came from, but it's out there. I've seen it. And everybody was drunk and yelling. Amy says, I'll send it to the group chat. Thank you. Thank you very much. I have to see. Amanda will bring it and show it to me when she sees it. And Maureen says, burb. Okay, we'll burb right here. Amy says, Amanda, it's there. Is that Jake? Well, let me see it.
Hold on, I haven't even seen it yet. I didn't know it was there.
It's probably me. Is it cool? Is it devilishly handsome? Is it incredibly sexy? It's me. It might be me.
Oh, shit. Hold on a minute.
Amy says, hello, lurkers. Press that like button, please. Yes, hit that like button, you lurkers.
Yeah, but the monkeys or the elephant's not big enough. Oh, hold on, I'll be back.
Thank you, Amy. Yes, feed Jake. Oh. Maureen says, where is everyone? Well, we just started, so they're coming. It is kind of a slow day, though. Amy says, that's what I was wondering, Maureen. Hold on, let me look at this.
The elephant's not big enough.
Yeah. More trunk. Just a little bit more, though. About that much more. I like it. That is most definitely me. Amanda says, they're just slacking tonight. Well, it's Friday. If everybody's had a week like I've had this week, I imagine they're asleep right now. That's where I want to be. But I'm here with you because I love you.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm. Amy says, I've got 2 more floors at a catered event, and then I'm done. Right on. Well, here's to you. I've got 2 more hours of a never-ending day, and then I'm done. And when I say I'm done, I mean I'll see you Monday. Not you, the world. I mean I'm going to sleep, and I'm going to hibernate. Yes, that's what I mean. Maureen says, Amy, I still have a crown, so I wondered where more active were. What? I still have a crown, so wondered where more active were. I do not know what you mean.
The crown thing next to her name is a YouTube thing.
Yeah, you keep asking about that, and it's still the same answer. YouTube puts the crowns on people to incentivize them to chat. I don't know why they do it, and I don't know what it means. It won't give you anything. It's just a thing by your name. But it is there, for sure. But I don't know why. And Maureen says, hey, Jake, I'm a bit better, thanks. That's great. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. It's always good to be feeling better. And now Aaron feels bad, so we got to pray for him and hope he gets to feeling better.
The crown is from YouTube. It's an incentive thing to chat, Maureen.
I thought I said that. Didn't I just say that?
I typed it in there when she typed hers in there.
Oh, okay. I got it.
You forget I'm with both of them, not just with you.
Oh, yeah. I hear you. Maureen says, Amy always gives me an invite, so it's easier for me to tune in. I love you, Amy. Amy's wonderful like that, isn't she? Always on top of everything. Helps me keep the thing going just fine. Every one of you guys contribute and help me keep this thing working. Thank you for that. Sincerely. Amy says, we just started, but they're coming. That's what he said. That's what he said it herself. Amy says, Aaron said it was Jake. It's me, all right. I'm going to confirm that. It's 100% me. Just need a little bit more trunk on that elephant, though.
Need a little bit more elephant.
It is leaning the right way, but.
Short, shriveled, a little to the right.
To the left.
Yeah, but the elephant was leaning a little to the right.
Remember, you were looking at it backwards.
Oh.
Remember, it's stage left.
Because you use the right hand too much.
That's right. Aaron's here. He says, I must have that shirt. This one? Yeah, I love this shirt. I love this color. This is my favorite color on me. It's not my favorite color. It's my favorite color to wear. If that makes any sense. It is a traditional Hawaiian shirt. It just happens to be maroon instead of red. If it were a real traditional Hawaiian shirt, it'd be red. Red and green.
It's totally red.
This is not red. This is maroon. Get your eyes checked.
Your lower thirds are maroon.
No, there's a ox blood is the lower third. That's my color. It's trademarked. If you'll notice, all of my graphics have that color near them. Somewhere. All of my graphics that concern my name anyway. Go look at all the Jake Johnson Band graphics from back then. They're all oxblood and white. Same color. It's a special color. It invokes something akin to aggression, but not. Red is the color of competition. That's why if you have a team that has a blue shirt on and they go up against a team with a red shirt on, the team with the red shirt's most likely going to win because it's just psychological. Anyway, they did a study on that. Amy says, I love you too, Maureen. And Amanda says,
Hamburger helper hand, Aaron.
Amy says, Aaron, heart. Yes, heart, Aaron. And thank you for the monkey. That, I didn't know that video still existed of me out there floating around. Aaron says, naked turkey with no head hand. Right on. Amy says, I read that one. Maureen says, hey, Aaron. Amanda says,
Aaron, yes, that's totally Jake, but he needs a bigger elephant.
a little bit. Aaron says, it grows when activated. Yes, it does. Like a Jerry curl, says Aaron.
LOL, Aaron, maybe.
Ain't quite enough hair on it to be Jerry curled. I know what Jerry curl is. An entire generation of black guys that look like they had wet hair.
When they get up off the couch, it leaves a spot on the couch.
That was some good shit, though. Get good perms with it. Like trying to think of what movie it is that Eddie Murphy's in. He plays all the different characters. Coming to America.
Yeah.
That cat with the really Jerry curled hair.
Arsenio Hall?
No, it wasn't Arsenio Hall. It was a young guy. He's playing like a millionaire's son, dating the daughter.
Oh, I don't remember.
It's been a while since I've seen the movie. But anyway, he had great hair.
There was a movie that had like 3 or 4 singers in it. 3 or 4 black singers in it. And there was a joke going around that when I think it was in the video actually, when they all got up off the couch, there was 3 grease spots on the back of the couch.
Yeah. Well, Jerry curl was definitely an interesting substance. I'm not quite sure what it was, but I'm pretty sure it was industrial.
It's oil. They just cake it with oil.
Aaron says, I got to make some trouble to get into, get it going tonight, right? Well, it's a slow night for sure. Well, you can't win them all, you know. I'm tired, and it reflects on the show, and the show's tired, and people are tired because it's Friday, and
it's raining.
Here we are, and it's rainy, and
it's raining for 2 days straight here. It's ugh.
Maureen says, the crown thing was an observation, not a question. Oh. Well, I thought I saw a question mark. Sorry. Amy says, great question. Is that a question or an exclamation? It's a questionation. Great. Just found a couple 100 pounds of recycling. You mean like cans and stuff? Metal or copper or something like that? Or
plastics
are you
and
saying
paper.
There's a bunch of bags of trash you got to take out? Either way, Aaron says, any bottles to deposit for money? Right? I don't know if they still do that.
Some places do.
When I was a kid, that was a big thing, but I haven't heard of it in forever. They might still do it. I don't know. Let me see.
Some places do.
This bottle doesn't have anything about recycling on it. But it ain't glass either, so. Debbie's here. She says, I am here for the trouble, Aaron.
Your chat jumped.
Right on. Did it?
Yeah.
Any bottles to deposit? The movie is called Jake's Elephant Man. Yes. Show Debbie. Send her a picture of the Elephant Man.
It's in the chat. I'm sure she's seen it.
Okay, it's in the group chat. Aaron says, I had a curl. Really? I'd like to see that.
He had an S curl.
I used to have a curl too, but it didn't require Jerry curl. It was just ringlets. When I got about 40 years old, my hair just went flat. And now it's straight as an arrow, but it used to be kinky curly. Really kinky curly. Like you could grab it and pull it down and it would spring back up and bounce. Yep. Debbie says, hamburger helper hand or naked dead turkey with no head hand. Aaron says, that shit was live for sure. Something. I imagine it would burn your skin off if you left it on there too long. It was definitely flammable. Ask Michael Jackson.
It was grease. What
He
do you
had
expect?
a Coke and a smile and blew the F up. Debbie says, I read that one. I'm here for the trouble, Aaron.
Hamburger helper hand, Debbie.
Aaron says, naked turkey hand with no head. Squinting.
Squirting.
Squirting. Bam, 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 bam.
That was perfect timing.
Aaron says, hi, Debbie. He says, it's paper. Someone purged files. Oh, that kind of recycling.
Fun.
But you should tell them, that's a really bad habit to get into. And they're going to get skinny as a rail if they keep throwing up like that. And don't eat paper. Aaron says, Michigan had it. I didn't know you couldn't take it to another state that doesn't have the deposit and collector deposit. That is a felony. But I remember I actually was a bottle boy that used to do that. I don't know if it's a felony. I've never heard that before. It might be. But I'm pretty sure that you have to do it in your state because it came from your state. And the whole point is to reuse the bottles. So it has to go back to the factory and be reprocessed and refilled and recapped and all that stuff. But again, I don't even know if they still do it. Debbie says, I saw The Elephant Man. That was a great movie, wasn't it? Very dour. Very, very hard to watch, but also very cinematic and a great story. And also true. That's a real guy. Not the guy in the movie. He's an actor, but it's based on a real guy that looked like that.
Damn.
Debbie says, handing Aaron a raincoat for his naked turkey hand. Well, you got to wrap that sucker up, buddy.
Now he'll spit at you.
Yeah. Aaron says, Amy prefers it without the coat. Me too. Debbie says, Aaron, so the head can squirt safely.
Damn it, man.
It can be dangerous, especially if you get near an eye.
Yeah.
Put an eye out with that thing.
Don't get it in your eye. It burns.
Yeah, it's good for you, though. A lot of vitamin C.
Vitamin D.
And vitamin D, baby.
Pure protein.
Aaron says Amy is always safe. Of course she is.
Peacock.
Of course she is. We all know that, Aaron. You're an upstanding gentleman with a dirty mind.
That's all of us.
Mm-hmm. Somebody called me a pervert once, and I said, no. I was a pervert last year. This year I'm proverted. I've graduated. Aaron says, I used to work in the water department in the Hardings. In Hardings. Oh, there's a place. And I used to be the person that went and got the carts. And we used to have to recycle the bottles like when you threw them in the machine. Okay.
I know the grocery stores in Florida, they've got recycling spots for their plastic bags.
You used to could take them to the store, like a convenience store, and turn them in. And they'd give you 10 cents or whatever it was, a nickel. I don't remember now. And then they switched it and you had to take it to the landfill, and they had a place there that you could go to, a receptacle place, and they would give you the money. And then they started giving you a check. They'd write a check out for the money, which everybody stopped doing that because nobody wanted to have to cash a check for 10 cents or whatever it was. And so I don't know what happened to it after that.
Now they give you recycling boxes and bins.
Cans got popular. People started crushing cans and filling up garbage bags full of cans.
Yep.
Which is a whole lot of work for a very little bit amount of money.
That's why you hold on to them until the aluminum's high.
It's really not worth doing. I mean, you will make money, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort to crush cans.
But that's like the creamery where I got your glass jars of milk.
Yeah.
They make a $3 deposit for the jug, so you bring the jug back to get more milk.
Yeah, but that's a boutique. That's a special jug.
Yeah,
It's not like something you buy at the store and then can turn it back in. They used to do that. It was a statewide recycling initiative. So people, boys especially, little kids, would save up bottles and then go get a couple of dollars and go buy a comic book or something like that. Back when the economy was strong, when a buck was still silver and a joint was a bad place to be. Back before recycling, an A-team was every day on TV. Before microwave ovens, when a girl would still cook and give you wood. The best of the free life behind us now. Are the good times really over for good? I wish a Coke was still cola and a joint was a bad place to be. It was back before Biden lied to us all on TV. Before the Beatles and yesterday, when a man would still work because he could. The best of the free life behind us now. Are the good times really over for good? Stop rolling downhill like a snowball, headed for hell.
You made it.
Stand up, call for the flag, ring the Liberty Bell. Yeah.
Got it.
I wish a Ford and a Chevy
Oh,
would still last 10 years like a Dodge should. The best of the free life behind us now. Are the good times really over for good? Ask Trump.
now you won't be able to talk the rest of the night.
I did it.
You did it all the way to the end before it squeaked, don't you?
It's close, though.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think you was going to make that one.
I didn't either.
I was waiting. I was like, ooh, ooh.
Oops, I did it again.
You squeaked the song out, babe. Good job.
Aaron says, I read that one. Sorry. Aaron says, I looked it up, and it says that you have to originally pay the deposit. If you return it in a different state, it's considered fraud, and they put that under a felony. Well, thank you for that information. I did not know that. Aaron says, where's my baby oil?
Uh-oh.
Jesus, man.
He's looking for it.
Right? Get that baby oil. Lather up. Amy says the university sells it. It's recycling, so I'm not allowed to collect aluminum cans. That's terrible. Terrible, terrible.
It's horrible.
Be like a meth head and go strip wire out of people's houses and sell all their copper. Aaron says that's what my comment's supposed to say. It's supposed to say bottle department, not water department, for the machines. I used to empty them. I got you. Bottle department. Okay. It would print out a voucher. Nice.
Speaking of meth heads stealing copper,
Hey, don't tell people about my past.
I knew one that did that to a house that he thought that the electric was off,
Oh,
and it wasn't. And he
he's
grabbed
a lit up meth head.
the 220 line first,
Nice.
and they lit him up.
I bet it did. Aaron says, I remember we were so poor, my mom paid the cab driver with bottles because my dad put us out.
Well, damn.
I was so poor that my mom paid for dental work with a shotgun and 2 chickens.
Huh.
And that's no joke. She killed the chickens and the shotgun she used, she gave that to the dentist too. That only happened once in my life, but I remember it. It did happen. Maureen says, I remember collecting bottles to buy candy, right? Back when you could buy a bag of candy for $1. Penny candy is what they called it. Buy a bag of candy for $0.25. Yeah, that was what it was. Each individual piece was a penny.
Uh-oh. Did we lose you? Okay, you're back.
I didn't go anywhere. Here I is.
Oh, you went to spinning on my end, so
Well, let's see.
you're back now.
Stream health. Excellent.
Okay.
Looks like I'm good.
Might
Sorry.
have been me.
Sorry. It might have been you. Debbie says, my son looked forward to those bottle machines at the store. He got to keep the money. Yeah. Enterprising young man. Like cutting grass after school or whatever to make extra dollars. I did that too.
I remember cutting grass with nothing but a lawnmower out of the trunk of a car
So do I.
and the pouring rain.
That was our lawn business.
Uh-huh.
Back in the good old days. Aaron says, me too. It was some good candy. Yeah, that penny candy was good stuff. My favorite is the bit of honey, the little peanut butter honey kind of thing that you just about can't stop chewing.
The strawberry candies with the soft strawberry in the middle.
Yeah. There you go. Fab Daddy says, don't look, it's Fab. Run to the hills. Happy Friday. That's all right, Fab. There's a border between us. Happy Friday, buddy. Amy says, hey, Fab.
Hamburger helper hand, Fab.
Fab Daddy says, hey. Aaron says, the hills have Fab. Fab has eyes, the hills have Fab. Fab Daddy says, oh, like the hills have eyes. The hills have borders. Fab Daddy says, yet, Fab, I like it. Right on. Aaron says, I dig it. Can you dig it? Who's the man with the master plan? Shaft. I can dig it. Old James Brown. Anybody like James Brown?
Yeah.
I love James Brown.
James Brown and Elvis Presley were best friends.
You don't know it, but we got married in his hometown.
Yeah, I do know it. We talked about it.
Not too far from his house, actually. He probably heard us getting married.
I think he was dead then, wasn't he?
No. No, he wasn't dead then. He died in the 90s.
Oh.
He died of a drug overdose, so he could have been living presumably till now if he hadn't have died. I don't know. He was kind of old. He was up there, so I don't know. He might have died naturally. Who knows?
Well, that kind of makes sense that if he hadn't have died, he'd still be living now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, logically.
If Fab Daddy says, with the correct shovel, you can dig it. Yes. Yes, yes. Debbie says, we are the eyes in those hills. Listen closely. You will hear the banjos. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Yep. Squeal. That's a terrifying movie, by the way. Not The Hills Have Eyes. The original. Deliverance. Maureen says, love that candy. Still gets it. Still get it at Rose's store. We got a Rose's here in Farmville. It's a pretty interesting store. It's like Big Lots, only not. Amy says, I got a huge pile of recycled paper, broke down into manageable amounts, and turned the corner to find another catering mess. Ugh. My vacation can't get here fast enough. I thought you already took your vacation last week. Are we flip-flopping on the vacation?
Oh, she's going to Florida, remember?
Oh, that vacation. Okay, I thought you were talking about vacation time. I got you. Dang, Jake came far, says Aaron. Hey, how do you know? I've never measured. Well, once I hit the ceiling. What are you talking about? The singing thing? Barely. I barely made it. That's what you're referring to. Do you know?
Mm-mm.
I don't either. I've never seen that movie, says Aaron. A Deliverance? You don't want to. It is not a movie for the faint heart and the people that love Burt Reynolds. It is a, let me see if I can describe it. It's a deconstruction of the modern hero. They intended to change movies by making an anti-hero movie. So the guys in the movie are not good guys and they're not tough guys. They're the opposite. And the movie takes advantage of them in the worst ways. And there's banjos. You should see that movie, though, if you're a movie connoisseur. Anybody want to tell them about it? I don't really want to talk about it. I still have nightmares. All right. Squeal, says Fab Daddy. That's right. And Fab Daddy says my whole life is a vacation. It's brave of you to admit that. Amy says, I took a sick day last week because of a kidney infection. No, I was talking about, I thought you had a vacation, that you actually went on vacation. I know what you're talking about now, but when you first said vacation, I remember us discussing you had days saved up for a vacation time, and I thought you went on it.
She did for a week. That was around the New Year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was referring to. And then I remembered when you said she's going to Florida, I remembered what she was talking about. I'm slow tonight. I can barely see. You notice me squinting a lot? Can't see very well tonight.
Open your eyes.
They're
tired?
See. Yeah, I guess. Either that or, I don't know, high blood sugar. Who knows? Just can't see very well. Glasses are clean. Don't know what it is. I know that my left eye wants to close so I can see better.
Yeah, you're probably just tired.
Probably. Aaron says I should go and buy a big bag of Jake's favorite candy and Amanda's favorite candy and send it. Because I know where to get that stuff. Oh, I hear you. Amanda likes peppermints a lot. Like a drug addict. Like it's kind of hard. It's kind of bad. I've seen her fiending. Like I had to go get her from behind the dumpster one time. She was really wanting them peppermints really bad. Scratching. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'll cradle the ball.
You're so full of it.
Aaron says, Amy, are you guys rearranged? Does that say rearranged?
Yeah.
Aaron says, Amy, are you guys rearranged? Might be deranged. I don't know. I'm super bad. That's a good movie, too. Fab Daddy says Super ain't bad. Super the movie? Is that the one with Rainn Wilson in it? Where he is a deconstruction of the modern superhero, where he plays a dark superhero, kind of circa the boys. Is that what you're talking about? Aaron says James Brown. Oh, James Brown, super bad. Yeah. Amy says, I have 580 plus hours built up. Nice. I could take a couple of months off. On. But if you did, you'd go broke trying to take a vacation. I know that feeling. Fab Daddy says, I feel good. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. I knew that I would. Nah. Good stuff, man. Love James Brown. Aaron says, so watch me. I got it. Watch me. I got soul, and I'm super bad. Fab Daddy says, I got some downtown funk. It's a man's world. Aaron says, Amy, are your guts rearranged? This is my retracted comment.
Damn, Aaron.
Damn. Damn.
No doubt.
I hear you, buddy. Debbie says, Fab, use soap and wash that funk.
He says if they ain't yet, they will be in a couple of weeks.
Fab Daddy says, every morning you wash that funk. I wash the funk. I gotta wash that funk. Your old James Brown put out some good music, but you couldn't understand a word of it. His band couldn't understand what he was saying. They'd be back there jamming out and be like, yo, man, what's James saying? I don't know. Just keep playing. He had that stanky leg where he started shaking his leg and slide across the stage on one leg.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. A lot of people copied James Brown. Even Michael Jackson copied James Brown, which is unusual because he was way bigger than James Brown. But wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for people like James Brown. Fab Daddy says, Uptown Funk is what I mean to write every morning. Aaron says, if she sings Take Me to Funky Town before sex run.
Before sex, run.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah. Won't you take me to Funky Town? Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you. Where's my elephant? Amy says, my guts are fine, Aaron. Thanks for the concern.
He's saying they're
to
not.
which he says, you just wait.
Yeah, he says they're not going to be.
Fab Daddy says, but downtown is seedier. It can be. It depends on which downtown you're referring to. If you're going downtown, yeah, that's pretty bad down there. But if it's just downtown, nah, it's just a high rises. But you got to go downtown, you know what I'm saying? Down low downtown. That's when it gets bad. Debbie says, sing with me. Oh, I wish I was a little bar of soap. I would get all wet and slimy as I slide all over your throat. Wait, what? I wish I was a little bar of soap.
I'll say that is not what that says.
She'd be like, come on, man. Just 1 minute. I'll stop tomorrow, says Aaron. You guys are going to be scary. I like it. Fab Daddy says low downtown or high uptown. Both are cringy. Right on. Unless you're in San Diego, which is neutral. It used to be anyway. Probably ain't anymore. It's probably all woke and crazy. But back in the day, back in the Simon and Simon days, San Diego was the place to be. 1 minute. Sorry, Amy, says Debbie. Yeah, that's me. I could be done before Star Trek comes back on. Shouldn't be so competitive. I win.
Wow.
What it is, what it is. What? It's fabulous. Again, hello to Jake and Amanda and to all Untethered Live. Hello, what it is. And yes, it's fabulous here at Untethered Live. I felt like doing a new thumbnail. I'll put it back. Fab Daddy says hi. Making trouble, says Aaron. Amanda.
Hamburger helper hand, what it is?
What it is you got to wash his high as possible. And you got to wash as low as possible. Then you got to wash old possible. Okay?
Oh, possible. Possibly it wakes up. Possibly it don't.
Possibly. More like probably. It's entered a new phase. Amy says, hi, what it is. What you up to, buddy? You having a good night? Are you glad it's Friday? I'm glad it's Friday. The cape was great. The cape.
James Brown.
James Brown, yes. You know who else had a cape? Elvis Presley. And you know why? Because they both modeled themselves after Captain Amazing or whatever it was. Some superhero. Can't remember. It was like Superman, but he had a lightning bolt, and it wasn't Flash, and it wasn't the other one that Zach Levy played. What's the name of that one? Shazam. Yeah, it wasn't that. It was Captain something or other. But Elvis really liked that superhero as a kid, and he modeled himself after that. So what you saw was his interpretation of what a superhero would look like based on 70s clothing. Where he got that guy to make those onesies, though, stroke of genius. You know, other people wore those regularly. You can go watch videos of the 70s, and there's 4 or 5 guys that dress like that. All you can see is Elvis. He's the only one. Why? He had so much charisma that he pulled it off. It fit him so well, even if everybody wore it. No, it wouldn't matter. Still just Elvis. Speaking of Elvis, there's a brand new Baz Luhrmann film coming out this month called Epic. I strongly recommend you go watch it in IMAX if you can. Epic is Elvis Presley in concert, which is a great title for an Elvis Presley movie. I don't know why they haven't used that always. It's a great, great title. Baz Luhrmann is the guy who did Moulin Rouge and the last Elvis movie with Austin Butler in it, which was a good movie, but not accurate at all. But this is a documentary about Elvis in concert. He went to the salt flats where they keep stuff underground for storage, and Paramount had a vault there. And Baz Luhrmann found 65 boxes of never-before-seen footage of Elvis Presley. Never before. And he mixed it in with some stuff that you have seen before, and he made a new documentary, and they painstakingly recreated it and upgraded it to 4K. So it is top-of-the-line 4K Elvis Presley in IMAX. You better believe I'm going to see it. What it is says, yep, I'm glad it's Friday. I'm good. I'm eating a bowl of cottage cheese and peaches with the syrup. It tastes like peach cobbler. Good stuff. I prefer pineapples in my cottage cheese, but yes, peaches are good too.
I don't know how you ruined them peaches like that.
Try it.
I don't like cottage cheese.
I didn't either for a long time, but it grew on me.
I've tried it recently. I don't like it.
Amy says, Burb, I'm taking the trash to the dumpster. Watch out for the panda ninjas. Trash ninjas.
Trash pandas.
Mm-hmm. Fab Daddy says, I was late because I was watching a movie review of One Battle After Another. Is that woke movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and the pregnant chick? What did you think of the review? I think I'm thinking about the same movie you're thinking about.
It is.
Amber says, Happy Red Friday, you all. Hamburger helper hands, American flags, and hearts. Hey, Amber. How are you, sweet lady? Fab Daddy says 4 sticks of dynamite. Amber, I think that's a threat. Amanda.
Hamburger helper hand, Amber.
Amy says, Amber, wave your hand, heart, and hamburger helper hand. Maureen says, hi, Amber. Fab Daddy says, yes. Same movie. Okay. What did you think of the review, and have you seen the movie? Or are you just looking at reviews? Aaron says, I saw a homeless guy shower with one of those pressure washing car washers.
Yeah.
I'd say that'd get the grime off. Probably take skin with it, though. Debbie says, I watched Song Sung Blue about a ℂ𝕗𝕗 tribute act. It wasn't great, but it was good with Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson based on a true story. Really? Hugh Jackman has a Neil Diamond movie? I have to see this. Song Sung Blue. Will you write that down?
Okay.
Amber says, Miss Hammer, Amy, Maureen, hearts and smiley faces. I like Neil Diamond, by the way. He was like the Jewish Elvis. Or he thought he was. Did you know that Elvis's drummer went to play with Neil Diamond when Elvis died? True story. What it is says, Amanda, do you like tomatoes? Because you don't like tomatoes, there's something wrong with you.
I love tomatoes.
We had tomatoes for dinner tonight. Stewed tomatoes on top of rice. It was delicious. Fab Daddy says, nah, it means Amber is dynamite. Oh, Amber is 4 sticks of dynamite. Okay. Captain Marvel. Thank you, Aaron. That's the one. Fab Daddy says, I watched that movie a month ago. It was good for a political talk. So it's not a good movie, but it is very, very message heavy. Got it. I thought it would be. Aaron says, it's like Michael Jackson with glitter and socks and penny loafers. People can wear that, but he's the only one that made it look like that. Right. You're right about that. That's the Billie Jean outfit. Right. Black slacks and black and white loafers and a white diamond encrusted glove. I still don't know what that was all about, the one glove thing. I got a special hand. I don't know. This is the hand I touch my junk with. I don't know.
I was going to say, maybe he kept that hand covered because he didn't want it getting calluses and stuff on it. So when he grabbed a hold of his junk.
I have no idea. But it was a thing, and he did it. And he stuck to it. And he did it for a long time. Always one glove. And a big one at that. What it is says, Amanda, I like a large curd cottage cheese. It's the best. And that way, you got something to chew on and a lot of good flavor. Put some ketchup on it, and that'll make it taste better. Banda on your cottage cheese? I don't know what banda is.
Banana, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't like curdled milk. I'm sorry.
I don't either. I don't like curds. But I do like cottage cheese if it's fresh.
Ugh.
It has to be fresh. If it's a day or two old, it starts tasting like rotten milk. Amber says, Fab, with you, what was the question for tonight? Have you seen such and such a movie? What it is that's what Rodney Carrington said anyway. What's that? Put some ketchup on it and make it better? I thought he said, show them to me. He has a man-to-hand relationship. Dear penis, I don't think I like you anymore. Fab Daddy says, Debbie, was that good? Was what good? I don't even see what she said. The song sung Blue. Yeah, she said it wasn't great, but it was good. Which means you can watch it, but it ain't gonna blow your skirt up. Amber says fried green tomatoes. Also
Yummy.
a good movie. If you're a chick. And you are, so.
Fried green tomatoes are good.
I don't like them. Debbie says the Neil Diamond tribute act, not about Neil Diamond. Oh. So it's really just about the tribute act and there's nothing about Diamond in it. Okay. Interesting. Well, why is Hugh Jackman in it? Ain't he a big movie star? Did they think this was going to be like a smash hit? Is it an old movie? Like before he got famous old? Before X-Men old? Interesting. I have to check it out. Aaron says cottage cheese is so bad. It is an acquired taste, I'll give you that. And it's an acquired taste that I like to never acquired because when I was young, I was at my aunt's house spending the night, and I got up in the middle of the night and went to get something to drink, and the only thing she had in the refrigerator was a gallon of milk, and it was full. So I grabbed it and I turned it up, and when I did, I got a mouthful of what I can only describe as not cereal, but let me tell you what, I didn't drink milk for about 4 years after that, let alone anything near cottage cheese, because that's what it looks like, real curdled milk. I did eventually get over it, though, but it took a long time. Yeah. Throw your milk away. That's the moral of that story. Why keep it if it's gone bad?
Maybe she didn't realize it had gone bad.
I don't know how she could have missed it. It like left letters. I'm pretty sure it took an ad out in the paper. Amber says, agreed. Green team, that's why I stayed quiet. The ability to stay silent. I do not understand. Stayed quiet for what reason? To what comment? What are we talking about? Fab Daddy says, question of the night, is Amber happy? I hope so. She looks happy. A lot of smiley faces. Amber says cottage cheese is a no. Just no.
Right.
Aaron says, LOL, Panda Ninja should be Amanda's handle. That's funny. It's kind of hard to get that in between Ban and Hammer. But I'm with you. Panda Ninja. Amy says, I like small curd cottage cheese. I guess that's what I like too, regular cottage cheese. Fab Daddy says, curds or curds? Do curds eat curds? That's a good question.
I wouldn't even look at cottage cheese if I wasn't buying it for you.
You could ask the Sunnis or the Shiite. Because as soon as things go down, the Shiite hits the fan, you know what I'm saying? Debbie says cottage cheese is good and fab. It was a good movie, but not great, as I said. As I said, she said previously. Before that. Also.
Two.
Aaron says, I don't know that one, Amy. Small curd cottage cheese? It's just cottage cheese.
It's just cut up, just ground up more.
Sorry. Amber says, Rugs, old folks would use cottage cheese in a fruit blend and mix it with marshmallows. It's called ambrosia. Yes. I did not know that that was in that. I just remember it tasting like oranges. Aaron says, tomatoes, yuck. Really?
Boy, there's something wrong with you,
What is
man.
wrong with you? You don't like tomatoes? Get 2 pieces of bread and some mayonnaise and a tomato. Slice the tomato, put 2 slices of tomato on the mayonnaise bread and put some salt and pepper on it and eat it. And if you don't like that, you need to have your blood checked.
No,
Something wrong with it.
I just take a slice of tomato and put some mayonnaise on it and eat it.
Me too, but I like it in a sandwich. You got to have a tomato holding apparatus.
Nah.
You don't just shove the tomato in your face. You got to have a sandwich involved.
You cut it up and stab it with a fork.
That's uncivilized.
No, it's not.
That's trailer trashy.
Whatever.
Aaron says, but I like them cooked. Me too. That's what we had tonight. Tomatoes and rice. Stewed tomatoes over rice. Whole tomatoes or quartered tomatoes. It's pretty good.
Yeah, especially since he was rushing me. I'm starving. You
I
ain't
was.
damn starving.
I was hungry. I worked up an appetite today.
You look like you was starving.
You calling me fat?
Calling you fed.
I'm getting too fed.
Nah.
Starting to stick out further than my dicky do.
Well, maybe your dicky do need to stick out somewhere.
Open sesame.
You can't handle it.
Amber says, Nana would make it for family functions. Blah. You're talking about ambrosia? Yeah, my grandma did too. And I didn't know what it was. It just tasted like old tangerines and coconuts. I didn't know that cottage cheese was in it, though. It reminded me of not having anything to bring to the party, but you have an orange tree. So there's some stuff in the fridge. You know, there's a bag of coconut. Let's do this thing, right? Where's Judy? I don't know. Amy, hadn't seen her. What it is says, how about some good old buttermilk with some cornbread? Good. I don't like buttermilk, although I understand the reason for it. And I use it to make biscuits. That's where we draw the line. Sorry, my chat jumped.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are you at?
I don't know.
Last thing I heard, is you're 929.
Debbie says, talking about that movie, it was based on a true story. It's a new movie. Okay. I like Neil Diamond, and it was based on a true story, so I had to see it. I like Neil Diamond too, and I would like to see it. Sour milk. Yuck, says Fab Daddy. It's not sour milk. Cottage cheese is pasteurized milk. It's not sour.
It's curdled milk.
It's not curdled either. It has curds in it. I guess it is. They do it with vinegar.
It's curdled milk.
But it's not sour. It's fresh.
Still curdled milk. That's gross. It's just them funky chunks. Ugh. Just the chunks. I can't do the chunks. I can't.
Talking about Michael Jackson, Aaron says they claim he wore the glove because that's what a Vitilgo started. I don't know who Vitilgo is. Am I saying that right? What is that? Yeah. Vitilgo started, and he was trying to hide it when he became a trademark, so he had to keep wearing it. Are you talking about his skin pigmentation problem? I forget what that's called, but I think that's what you're referring to. He wore the glove because he had spots on his hand.
Starts with an A, I think.
I don't remember. I don't know what Vitilgo is, though. What it is I think the reason why Michael Jackson wore the glove is that he made his hand a reborn virgin.
The vitiligo is the skin pigment that you're talking about.
Yeah. And he wanted his right hand to remain abstinent from touching his Johnson. I don't know why you got to bring me into this. But I don't think that's it.
I'm gonna say, better not be touching my Johnson.
Only I can touch my Johnson.
Only I can touch my Johnson.
That's right. Aaron says, fun fact, he only wore a black glove once at the Grammys, and it looked just like his white glove. Also, that Billie Jean jacket was the last-minute decision that he got out of his mother's closet. Right on. Well, it looked like a suit, and he wore it with style, so. I just remember the squares lighting up on the ground as he walked, and I thought that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. Yeah. Fab Daddy says, pour your milk into glass, everyone. Stop drinking from the jug. No, it's my jug. I bought it. I'll drink from it if I want to. But I agree. Don't drink out of a jug. It's trashy. Amber says she'd also use day-old milk and mix it with cornmeal and make hoe cakes. Okay. Hoe cakes are made with flour, but I can see that. But I will tell you one thing. If you make biscuits with buttermilk, it makes them 10 times better. But that's the only thing I can think of to use buttermilk for. And you can do that by getting regular milk and putting a little vinegar in it, and now you have buttermilk.
What number are you at?
I'm at 930. Going down the list. What number are you at?
All the way at the bottom.
Go back up.
I'm trying.
What it is says all the planets will be on parade tomorrow night, along with the moon in line. You'll get to see all the planets in line with the moon tomorrow night. Don't miss it. It won't happen again until 2040.
Yep.
That's called a planetary alignment, and it happens every 100 years or so, or every 75 years or so. Aaron says, grabs the jug and drinks a big old drink. Irreverent Aaron. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see them unless you have a telescope, because otherwise they'll just look like a bunch of dots.
I have an app.
Amber says, what it is, I read that. I was wanting to see it so bad. I miss sky watching. Well, it's right there. Just go outside and look up.
Get an app called Stellar.
Stellarium.
Yeah, is it Stellarium?
Stellarium. Stellarium. Stellarium.
EUM, I think. I'm looking. I think it's spelled different. Stellarium. Okay.
As I said.
My bad.
Stellarium. Stellarium. What it is says it's going to happen tomorrow night, February the 28th. You don't miss it. February 28th. That's a month that has 28 days in it.
One of them.
They all have 28 days in it.
I know.
Amber says, then again, I've actually seen chemtrails up the river in Washington. Really?
Chemtrails, huh?
Chemtrails. Do I need to get my hat? That's the silver one? No, I believe in chemtrails. I did a hyperbole about it. You should check it out. It's like episode 5 or 6. It's very good. If you hadn't seen it, go see it. It's great. I get into chemtrails and what they are. And I'll give you a hint. Here's a preview. Potassium chloride. There you go.
Imagine that.
What it is says, how about some good old buttermilk with some cornbread? Good. I believe I've read that. Where's Judy? I don't know. In the Judy locker under J, possibly. Amber says, way to city here, what it is. Way too many city lights. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, there's a lot of light pollution. The best way to do it is to go out into the desert, in between here in California somewhere. Get way out in the middle of the desert and just pull off the road and shut the lights out. You'll see nothing but sky for everywhere you can look.
Just go out in the yard and look up.
Yeah, but like I said, a lot of light pollution. Right in our place, right across the way there, we've got a baseball field about 10 miles from here. And we got a town about 10 miles that way, and a town about 10 miles that way. So all the way around the horizon, you can see the lights coming up over the horizon from these different things going on. And it really does make it where you can't see the stars very well. But at midnight, we got a pretty good view of this particular location. But it takes a while for all those lights to go down. The best way to view the either be on a mountaintop or out in the desert. That's the best way to view, or in the middle of the ocean. Best way to view the cosmos. You get to see things then that you never knew were even there. Like the Milky Way's band, you can actually see it in the desert. You can't see it here. It's there, but you can't see it. Debbie says, my mom would put pears right in front of Jake's chat jump, and he would get lost and wouldn't know what to do next.
9:33.
$9:33. My mom would put pears and cottage cheese and lime jello. Ugh. As disgusting as that sounds, it was really good, and I still make it every once in a while.
Isn't that called fluff or something?
No, I know what you're talking about. It's just a thing they make for they make it out of grapes.
Well, I don't know. Virginia makes it, and she puts Cool Whip and cottage cheese and fruit and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, the fluffy, it's like paste, fluffy. It has the consistency of Cool Whip, but it's green. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I like lime sherbet and Sprite or something like it. Maybe Sierra Mist, which is Sprite. And that sounds disgusting, and it looks disgusting. I also like the orange sherbet, but I prefer the green one better. And I also don't know what is in it. I don't know what it is. It's not ice cream. I don't know what it is, though, but I like it. There's Judy. How about that, Amy? Ask and you shall receive. Judy, Amy, Judy. Judy says, I'm here lurking in the corner. Hey, everybody. Were you in the locker under Jay? Because that's what I suggested.
Hamburger helper hand, Judy.
Aaron says, hugs, Judy. Amber says, Judy, smiley face and mystery heart. And Judy says, hey, Aaron. Aaron says, I don't think I've ever had buttermilk. You're not missing anything. I promise. Think about it like this. Think about milk. And then think about socks that you haven't washed in a month. Put that in the milk. Take a swig. And Judy says, hey, Jake and Amanda. Hi, dear. How are you? Happy Friday. Amy says, Judy, she's AI. Says her name. There she is. I don't think Judy's AI. I think she was just watching in the background when you mentioned her. Aaron says, hey, Judy. Fab Daddy says, Judy, always a pleasure to read your chat. Oh, that's sweet, Fab Daddy. Thank you. Aaron says, Amber says, green team, you're not missing anything with that soured milk on steroids. Judy says, hey, Amy, AI, right. Hey, I right. Judy says, thanks, Fab. Maureen says, hi, Judy. Aaron says, Judy is magical. I didn't know that. Can you make a rabbit appear in a hat? Can you make my credit score go down? And Judy says, hey, Maureen, feeling better? And, aw, Aaron, you're so sweet. Aaron says, until I give you a toothache, LOL. Always got to leave them wanting more, don't you, Aaron? Amber says, Jake, on this milk topic, sir, you and I disagree. Any chunky or funky smelling milk is a no thank you. Well, we can't disagree because I didn't make a statement. I talked about my own liking of cottage cheese. I didn't suggest you like it. So we do not disagree. You don't like cottage cheese, and I do. Alopecia, says Fab Daddy. Thank you. That's one of them. Maureen says, Judy, yep. Been just laying around, LOL. Or lay ion around. Just lay ion around. Okay, moving on. Aaron says, to me, tomatoes got this weird aftertaste that I can never stomach. Plus, my grandma used to grow them and make me pick them out of the garden all summer. So it's just like traumatizing. Yeah, my grandma did that too, and we called it gardening. But I understand why it's traumatizing. That you can feel that texture of the tomato. It's kind of hairy around the edge and has a smell to it. I can see how that would traumatize you. The aftertaste, by the way, is acid. Tomatoes are very acidic. Debbie says the curds is what cheese is made from. You cook the milk to separate the curds from the whey. And so if you like cheese, you're eating cottage cheese. Not unless it's made in a cottage. If cheese is made in a cottage, then Bob's your uncle. And Judy says, LOL, Aaron. Amy says, alopecia was baldness, I thought. It might be. It might be. I think that's what Jada Pinkett Smith has. Alopecia. I don't know. Whatever Michael Jackson claimed to have had was like white spots on the skin. There's a couple of people that were famous that had it. Basically, it's like a loss of pigment over time. And so he claimed that's why he turned white. But really, the truth is he bleached his skin. He may have done that because he had white spots. I don't know. But he didn't turn white because of his ailment. He turned white because he bleached his skin. But it may have been because of that. And that's what he said in one of his biographies. So who knows? Also, that nose was 100% plastic surgery, whether he ever admitted it or not. Right on, Amber. Amber says, I've had babies. Lost car bottles will break you from lots of things. Yes, it will. And Amy says vitiligo. That must be what the thing is called that we're looking for. Not alopecia.
Yes, vitiligo is white spots or the bleach spots on the skin.
There you go. Maureen says, Amy, it is. Aaron says, Amy, my brother has it on his face. Okay. Is it not a treatable thing? I don't know anything about it. Oh. It's interesting, though. You'd think that you could do something for it.
It's a chronic, non-contagious autoimmune disorder where the immune system destroys pigment producing cells, causing smooth white patches on the skin, often triggered by genetic factors, stress, or skin trauma.
Why would Facebook be sending me a code? Somebody trying to hack my Facebook?
Yep.
I need to fix that.
Tell them it's not you.
I'm not going to tell them anything.
Click on that thing right there and tell them it's not you.
It doesn't ask me if it's me. It just sent me a code.
Oh, well.
I don't click links that I don't recognize.
Yeah, somebody's trying to log into your Facebook.
And if they don't know the code, which was sent to my phone, then they're out of luck. So, Facebook bandits, kiss my ass where it looks like a fig. Fab Daddy says, stop bottom dwelling, Amanda. Bottom dwelling?
How am I bottom dwelling?
I think that was in reference to when you were at the bottom of the chat and I told you to come back up here and you said you were trying.
Oh.
I think that's what he's referring to. But I had a whole nother thing flash in my mind when he said that.
Alrighty then.
And I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah.
What it is says, oh, Aaron, you're missing out. You need to get your big glass of that buttermilk and just gulp it down like a pelican. It's the best thing on earth, brother. It'll make your hair grow on your chest. I've never heard that phrase that was accompanied by a good idea. And Aaron says, oh, yeah, time for some cheese. Cheese I can handle. I like Colby Jack and Pepper Jack and sharp cheddar.
I just like cheese.
Yep. Fab Daddy says, and you ask why that video reminded me of you. Which video? Monkey?
No, the one of the dude laying on the car lift with his belly hanging through and the dude playing with it.
Yeah, I did ask that. Why? Why
Yeah,
would that
why?
remind me of who?
Why does that remind you of us?
Aaron says, oh, I'll try the buttermilk. It's an acquired thing. My grandpa loved it. He would sit there with a glass of buttermilk and just sop it with cornbread. Or he'd just drink it straight. You ain't getting me to drink it. I don't like it. It's not bad. It's just different. Like, it's thick milk and it has a bitter taste to it. I'm getting all scuzzy mouth just thinking about it.
Buttermilk's good for making like pancakes and biscuits and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. You can cook with it. I wouldn't want to drink it. Fab Daddy says, Aaron, if you add vinegar to regular milk, it will curd. Yes, it will. That's how you make buttermilk. Aaron says, what it is says, try the buttermilk and give us a report after you've tried it, Aaron. Inquiring minds want to know what your thoughts were about it. I'm going to guess. That's my guess.
It's like drinking eggnog.
No, eggnog has flavor. But it's just as thick. And you'll get drunk if you drink enough of it. Aaron says, I mean the buttermilk, right? It is not what it suggests by its name. It is not buttery milk. It's not. It's not that. It's like not quite rotten milk. Aaron says, I will. And Debbie says, chemtrails are airplane farts. At least that is what my son told me when he was little. He's not wrong. They are, in fact, airplane farts. Fab Daddy says, buttermilk is made by churning milk into butter. What's left over is buttermilk. I think it's more complicated than that, because they usually use that in the churning. Amy says, last one, catering event, last room. And then I do my security walk and my work week is done. Amen. I got about 2 more minutes and my work week will be done. Actually, it won't be because there's still Saturday and Sunday, but let a guy pretend. Aaron says, vinegar milk. No. Right. Now you're getting it. Where are we at?
9:44.
All right, I could probably concentrate better if I didn't have to pee. So let me play this song and you guys listen to it and I'll be right back. Moonlit skies and fireworks. People laugh, people flirt all night long. But I just stare. So I drove down to the local bar where people come in their fancy cars to play their games. But I just stare. Then I saw you sitting there, all alone in that empty chair right next to you. I fell in love, oh baby. You looked down and you took my hand. You said, boy, I hope you understand that I'm not a girl that needs a man. I got my life and all my plans, and if you were there, you'd just be in my way. Girl, it ain't gotta be like this. I'd give you everything but just one kiss. And I don't care what you say, I fell in love with you anyway. Oh, Elizabeth, you take my breath away. At that bar where we first met, you bothered me and my palms got wet. You just looked away. But I just stayed. You said, been in love and it never works. I always end up getting hurt, and I ain't doing that no more. There ain't no way. Oh no, 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 no. You stood up to say goodbye, grabbed your hand with a tear in my eye, and I just walked away. But you just stayed. But you looked down and you took my hand and said, boy, I hope you understand that I'm not a girl that needs a man. I got my life and all my plans, and if you were there, you'd just be in my way. Girl, it ain't gotta be like this. I'd give you everything but just one kiss, and I don't care what you say. I fell in love with you anyway. Oh, Elizabeth, you take my breath away. Oh, yeah. A little Elizabeth for you. Thank you for listening to that. I appreciate the break. My back teeth was floating, so I had to handle that. Aaron says, don't people rub buttermilk on their faces like beauty stuff or take baths in it? Maybe. They do some weird stuff. Like they do that with mud, so I don't know why they wouldn't use buttermilk. Don't think I've ever heard of anybody doing that, but I have heard of a cafe enema, so anything's possible. Fab Daddy says, sure. Aaron says, I wonder why. Probably because it's buttermilky. Like, buttermilk, take me away. I don't know. Monkey Juice. What's up, buddy? He says, who loves shepherd's pie? Well, shepherd's pie can be fun, but they don't bathe a lot, so it's pungent.
I make yummy shepherd's pie.
Right. Not as pungent. Aaron says, yuck. What's up, Monkey Juice? Nice to see you. Judy says, me, Richard. She likes shepherd's pie. I do too. But isn't it just mashed potatoes and hamburger meat?
And corn and cheese. Or some people use other vegetables. But yes, it's usually mashed potatoes, corn, and cheese, and hamburger.
Right. Shepherd's pie.
In a casserole.
I think it's just mashed potatoes. That's what you do when you got leftover mashed potatoes and nothing to do with it. You make shepherd's pie. Somebody invented that to have something to do with the leftover mashed potatoes.
It works. It's a cheap meal.
And it's just pretentious to call it shepherd's pie.
And
it's mashed potatoes.
It goes a long way.
It does. It's good too.
Yep.
I remember they used to serve that in kindergarten when I was in school. That and spinach. I still smell that spinach. It would waft down the hallways and it smelled rotten. And to this day, I can't eat cooked spinach because of that experience in kindergarten. It was canned spinach, too. It wasn't even fresh
Ugh,
spinach.
so it had that aluminum taste in it, too?
And it looked like burnt leaves.
Ugh.
Yeah. Ugh.
I said, I'm glad you wasn't home the other day when I was making that cabbage. You'd have been cussing me up one side and down the other.
Amanda.
It actually smelled good. Oh, hamburger helper hand, monkey.
Monkey says meat, potatoes, and vegetables, of course. You don't, Aaron? Or meat, potatoes, and vegetables. Of course you don't, Aaron. Commas are important. Why would, of course, Aaron don't? Why is that a foregone conclusion? How do you know he doesn't secretly love shepherd's pie?
Because he said yuck when a monkey said it.
But he said, of course, but that doesn't seem obvious to me.
Oh.
Of course means everybody notices. Like, obviously. Amber says, Richard, are you sharing plates? I think he is. I think he just offered to buy everybody lunch. Monkey? The ball is in your court, sir. Shoot or get off the court. Monkey says, I like shepherd's pie. It's all right. It is good. I like candied yams, too.
Yep.
That's another thing you can do with a potato.
Different kind of potato.
Aaron says, psst, I'm eating potatoes. He who has a tail. Psst, I am eating potatoes. He who has a tail.
Alrighty then.
Moving on.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch that one either. I had a thought, but I'm going to leave that one alone.
Oh, he's talking about monkey juice. He who has a tail. I am eating potatoes, comma. He who has a tail.
Oh.
Commas are important
Yeah,
on both sides of the battlefield.
That is not where my mind went with that one.
Right. Amber says, Richard, did you add a little bit of taco seasoning to the hamburger part of the pie? Shepherds don't like it when you do that. They get testy. Debbie says, and here I thought Aaron was Frank and beans. No, Farfignugan, maybe. Kind of hard to look at that thing and call it a Frank or a weenie. It's a Frankfurter. That was funny in my head. Laugh. Monkey says, always add seasoning. Not. If not, it's not cooking. Incorrect, sir. Cooking is heating water. It is not adding seasoning. That is flavoring. You have to heat it to cook it. You don't have to add seasoning to cook. Aaron says, I used to like it, but they serve it Tuesdays at work, so I got tired of it. You should have contexts. Right. That would be shepherd's pie. Or he who has a tail. Either way, gets old on Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesday.
Hey, taco. That's the real American dream there. I don't care if it's Mexican or not. 4 ingredients, empire. Amy says, now we need Saint Spit Bubbles because he really wanted to discuss the State of the Union speech with Ab Daddy and Monkey Juice. Tomorrow, we will. And it's going to be
epic.
Legendary. Fab Daddy says, man. Yes, I am. Thank you for noticing. I got stoned earlier, and you gave me the munchies. Shame on you all.
We didn't do it.
At least you can tell people that you go to Untethered Live and you come away with something. even if it's the munchies. Amber says, Richard, I just know about taco seasoning for shepherd's pie. What other way can you go with it? That's a good question.
Taco
guess
seasoning
salt.
and wait a minute. Wait. Taco seasoning and shepherd's pie.
That's what she said.
No.
Go with it. See
That
what
would
happens.
That would be Mexican shepherd's pie.
That would be mashed potatoes. Aaron says, Sour Patch Kids fab. You can thank me later. What it is says, there you go, Amanda. Put some sugar on your cottage cheese. You'll like it then. And then I promise you.
Nope.
I like mine with pineapples.
I can't do the texture of it either.
It is an acquired taste. Not
Nope.
everybody likes cottage cheese.
Nope.
Fab Daddy says, I'm not going to the store. Nope. I'll just have to smoke and sip my coffee. Amen. I would, but my coffee's gone.
And whose fault is that?
Yours,
Oh,
if we're asking.
Oh, how is that my fault? Did
Because
you
when I
say-
went, you didn't respond.
Was it in the middle of a song and I didn't hear it?
Yes,
Probably.
it was. But you knew that, so you did hear it. So, turn around on you.
No, that could have been the only time I wouldn't have heard it.
I'm just teasing. Amber says, maybe Italian dry mix. I'm curious. Yeah, let's have a shepherd's pie extravaganza and everybody do something unique with it and come to the show and eat it live on the air and see who wins with the most unique, what can you do with shepherd's pie? I'm going to put Mountain Dew in mine.
I'm cooking it, so.
Fab Daddy says, I did buy a Mountain Dew today. Hey, how about that? Me too. Nice. Amanda says, nope, what it is, I can't do the texture either. Cottage cheese. Yeah, it's weird. It took me a while to get used to it. The only reason I like it is because I like the pineapple. And it is a good filler because you can't just eat a pineapple. You got to have it with something. So I eventually got to where I liked it. Aaron says, I need to go get some dew. Right on. Everybody needs to get some dew. And Amber says, LOL. Straight sugar. Yes, straight sugar. Like when you have Rice Krispies or Corn Chex or something like that, and you put sugar on the bowl, like that. Amy says, I like the orange Baja Mountain Dew the best. It's all right. We got some, and we got some lime too, and that's not very good. But my favorite new Mountain Dew is the Live Wire. It tastes like Orange Crush because that's what it is, Orange Crush. But it's good.
You like the Live Wire is the red one.
No, that's Code Red.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I like that one too. But I like the Live Wire better, I think. And they got a new one that's purple. It just came out, and I haven't tried it yet. I haven't seen it. I saw an ad for it. I haven't seen it for sale yet. But if anybody gets that, let me know. Aaron says, sugar. Yeah. Fab Daddy says it's full of sucrose. Well, little known fact. Now they have a Mountain Dew with a different label. I don't have one handy, but it's it looks like camouflage, and that's got real sugar in it. So they have both high fructose corn syrup and now real sugar. Thanks to RFK Jr., they are making real sugar Mountain Dew again, which is good. I prefer cane sugar every day in my soft drinks. Because high fructose corn syrup is deadly. It combined with yellow dye number 5 is explosive to diarrhea. Aaron says, Amy, they have mango Mountain Dew. Yeah, I like that one. I think that's the one we're talking about. And Amy says, yep, Aaron. Aaron says, do you like it? I think that's the one we're talking about. The Baja. I think it's mango.
No, they have one at Little Caesars. It's just mango.
Well, I've tasted a mango one before, haven't I?
Yeah, I think we bought a mango one once, but it's actually just the mango. The ones the orange, the yellow ones, or the orange ones that we're drinking are tropical
Okay.
Baja.
Okay. Well, I would like to try that mango one then, if we hadn't tried it already, because I like mango juice. Oddly enough, don't like mangoes.
I don't like mangoes either, but I like mango juice. I don't like guavas, but I like guava juice.
Speaking of juice, monkey juice says Aaron must be a vegetarian. Why? That's awful. Vegetism. Are you a vegetist? Fab Daddy says 2 and 5. Be kind. Love each other. Amen, brother. See you later. I'm not far behind you. Hey, everybody, hit that like button and subscribe, share, support, join, and do all that stuff. Thank you. Hell no, I eat monkeys, says Aaron. Yeah. Slice the top of the head off like in Indiana Jones and just dip it out with a spoon. It's a delicacy. Amy says, I like all the different flavors of Mountain Dew except Trolley. That's just bleh. Trolley? I don't think I've had that one. And most of them, by the way, that I've ever tasted, the high voltage ones anyway, they taste like a mouthful of Skittles. You ever get a bag of Skittles and take a handful and put them in your mouth and chew them all up together? That's what that Mountain Dew tastes like, and I can't untaste it. So none of them are good. None of the flavors, the high voltage flavors. This new run, the Baja run, they've got a couple of good flavors. But all the old strange colored ones, not good. So I hope they fix that. But I've never heard of Trolley Mountain Dew. What is that? What flavor is that?
Isn't that the candy?
I don't know.
The Charlie candies?
I think she's talking about Mountain Dew.
It is, but I think it's candy flavored. Like the Charlie candies?
I'll have to try it. I haven't seen it.
Night, Fab.
Amber says, does 2 and 5 mean bye? Apparently. I'm not exactly sure what it means.
Yes, it's a military thing for either good night or goodbye.
Yep, something like that. And Judy says, bye, Fab. And Amanda says,
What night, Fab? I already said that.
nope, the next one.
Oh, yes, Amber.
Amy says, ha, ha, ha. Like the tribes, Aaron. They crack the monkey skull and eat the brain while the monkey slowly watches. That's just cruel. That's just cruel, but it's their culture. That's what I was referring to. The Indiana Jones movie, they did that. What was it? Not Raiders of the Lost Ark. Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom, they did that. The monkey brains. Aaron says, Trolley, what color is that? I don't know. I've never even seen it. Amber says, LOL. Okay, 4 and 10, since I had to ask. Doubling it up. I see how you are. Amber says, have a wonderful night, Fab. Amy says, Trolley Mountain Dew is red. Like Trolley candy, but it's 0. It's artificial sweetener after taste. 0, you mean as in has no sugar? I don't understand the reference here. You're not talking about Code Red. That's cherry flavored. So I guess I haven't seen the Trolley flavor, but I don't know what you mean by 0.
It's 0 sugar. It's the saccharin sugar.
Gotcha. Yeah. Like a Coke 0 or Pepsi 0?
Yeah, saccharin. That saccharin's bad for you.
Monkey Juice says, disgusting, Amy. Aaron says, sounds like cough syrup.
Yeah.
Does, doesn't it? Amy says, monkey juice, I said it was sad. And Aaron says, they hit the monkey with a big ass hammer first. Yes. Whack. And then crack his skull open. My grandma used to eat squirrel brains, and that's how she would do it with a spoon. She'd just crack it over the head with a spoon and suck the brain out.
Ugh.
It was cooked.
That's like people eating what are they called? The crawdads? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, crawdads.
Ugh.
They call them something else, but they're crawdads.
Yeah, pop the head off of them and suck it.
Suck the juice out. Yeah. Pull the head off and suck the guts
Gross.
out. Mm-hmm. I guarantee. That's some Louisiana shit there.
Ugh.
I can't remember what they're called, but they're crawdads. Crawfish.
Yeah, they're called something else too.
Yeah.
I want to say it starts with an S.
Amy says, Aaron, it tastes like it too. Judy says, ew, Amy.
Crayfish.
Crayfish. Yeah. Amy says, my exact word was cruel, but it's sad too. It is sad, unless you don't like monkeys, and then it's kind of funny. Amber says, Richard, did I miss the reply about the Italian dry spices for the shepherd's pie? No, he just didn't respond. Debbie says, I buy buttermilk for biscuits and for flushing down the toilets because we have a septic tank and buttermilk works better than Riddick's. Does it now? I did not know that.
Never heard of that.
But that sounds interesting. I might have to try that trick. Thank you for that. That's good information.
Mm-hmm.
Judy says, never heard that, Debbie. I haven't either. And I've been in construction all my life.
I had an uncle that was a plumber and never heard that.
Aaron says, I didn't know gorillas eat monkeys. They don't. They're vegetarians. They eat bamboo and reeds. A gorilla, like a silverback? Yeah, they don't eat meat. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. If they do, it's news to me. Hang on, my chat jumped again.
No, 9:58.
I see that. Amber says, I wonder if a Chinese star spice would be yummy in shepherd's pie. Chinese star spice?
I don't know what that is.
A Chinese star spice.
Yeah, I don't know. Chinese star is a throwing thing that's a weapon, isn't it?
This is good. Monkey says, save the monkey. Throw a Chinese star at it. Aaron says, they did that to me earlier. I just closed it. The code. Oh, the Facebook thing? Okay. Yeah, I didn't respond to it at all because I wasn't expecting it. I didn't do anything on Facebook, so why would they be sending me a code? Amy says, Richard equals monkey juice. Yes. Amy says, LOL, save the monkeys and the tatas. Free the tatas, save the monkeys. Richard says, nah, 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 nah. Hey, 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 show your tatas.
He was cheating.
Uh-huh.
Cheater, LOL.
Tata before the monkey is a no-brainer. Amen, Monkey Juice. No brainer. Amber says, shrugs. I guess he doesn't talk to me. Monkey Juice, respond to Amber. She wants to know about putting spices in your shepherd's pie. And Amber says, all righty then. Says almighty, but I got what you were saying. Aaron says, yep, going with tatas. Every day, hands down. Hands up. Hands up, seek up. Up, up. Motor book. Amber says, smiley, 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 and TGIF.
Thank God it's Friday. Yep.
I thought it stood for totally grifting infanticide.
Maybe.
Oh, no. Yeah. Judy says, oh, no. Amy says some people call a woman's lower reproductive region a monkey. So if Richard goes by Monkey Juice, does that make him? Not going to say it, but you know what I'm saying. I thought they were called a moose, but monkey, I can see that. Judy says, oh my.
LOL, Amy.
Aaron says, if a pickle is in a pouch, is it still a pickle, or does it then become a pouch? Or is it both? It's a pouch pickle for sure. It is a pickle. The pickleness does not go away because it is in a pouch. It's like Schrodinger's pickle. Is it really there? You don't know. Debbie says, that's pee, Amy. Yes, it is. Muggy says, don't be ridiculous, Amy. She wasn't being ridiculous. That was very clever, actually. Very thought out. End of thesis. Now, what is your response, Mr. Ridiculous? And answer Amber, for God's sakes. Amy says, oh, come on. It's not pee. Yes, it is. But that's okay. We know that. Aaron says, well, technically, if it's monkey juice and it comes from a monkey, it's something much worse.
LOL, 11% pee, but squirt, squirt.
Right. Aaron's like, yeah, that part. Maureen says, I'm calling it a night. Stay blessed and safe. Can't handle the pee talk. I hear you, Maureen. We love you. Sweet dreams and God bless. Sleep tight wherever you are. Aaron says, it's like milk. That's 2%, but 11. Judy says, good night, Maureen.
Not Maureen.
Amy says, good night, Maureen. Monkey Juice says, shepherd's pie, pungent. You don't have a good cook. I have a great cook, and I never said shepherd's pie was pungent. I said a shepherd's pie is pungent. Pay attention. That was a double entendre that slapped you all upside the head as it went over your head.
Right.
Aaron says, all that monkey pee got to Jake. It's getting to me. I can smell it from here. It's pungent. When you get to the end of that thought process, let me know, monkey. And we'll laugh about it then.
And monkey, I cook stuff that'll make you think about it for weeks.
That's right. And how does it feel knowing that everybody in the room got a joke that you didn't get? How does that feel? Like standing at the State of the Union address looking at Donald Trump?
You mean sitting?
sitting.
Because they're too sorry to stand.
Monkey says nobody put spinach in shepherd's pie. LOL. Nobody said they would. You're mixing metaphors there, buddy. Spinach was in first grade, kindergarten, actually, not in shepherd's pie. And Amy says, I like spinach. I like spinach too, but I like it raw. I don't like it cooked. Monkey Juice says, I love it. Comment on shepherd's pie and I get attacked. Let's go. If you think you're being attacked, you have a self-righteous complex. Nobody's attacking you.
Damn, you clearly don't know how the end of a week trying to wind down, just having a good time, bullshitting conversation goes then, do you?
Right. You know, this is what friends do. Maybe you should try it.
Yeah.
Aaron says, if you was hell, you just be in my way. So I just stay. Every time I hear Elizabeth say that part, it makes me sad because this song is such a tragedy. Damn.
Damn.
Talking about the song Elizabeth. Got it. Yeah, it is a tragic song, and it was meant to be, and I'm glad that you see it because everybody thinks it's a love song because it's slow. But if you see it, then you got the meaning. And it is a very deep song, and it says some stuff that is very uncomfortable.
I know what it means.
But it's supposed to be that way. It means something to everybody. Not necessarily what I meant, but that's the beauty of a song. What you get is what matters. It doesn't matter what I meant. What matters is what you take from it. And the fact that you're having a feeling about it, that means that I did my job correctly. I wrote a good song because you're having feelings about it. It doesn't matter whether I meant that or not. And the only thing that matters is what you take from it. That's art. Does that make sense? Monkey Juice. Don't start shit and there won't be no shit. Aaron says, LOL, Monkey. It's called banter. We're messing with you. Yeah, somebody can't take a joke and still doesn't understand the shepherd's pie reference. Amy says nobody puts Aaron in the corner. Nobody ever will. No Mexican food got you, Jake. It's not American. What? What are you talking about, Monkey Juice? Aaron says, I have the power to sit you down. You have the power to be an ass. Which you think is worth more? Jay.
Damn it, man. Got him.
Amy's like,
Popcorn.
Amy says, Legion. Wait for it. Dairy. Legendary. Legendary. I messed it up. Sorry. It works both ways. It's a little deeper with the first one because that's a band of demons. But legendary. That was a good one. Amy says, done. Now I just have to wait to clock out. I'm tired. I know that feeling. My motorcycle had a flat tire yesterday, so I was relying on my boss to take me back and forth. Well, when I get done with work, I start at 4:30 winding down. And if I got time left after I get everything closed down, I leave. When I'm waiting on my boss, he's not coming until 5:15, which is after I clocked out.
And then you wasn't done still.
Yeah, and then I ain't done still.
You had to go pick up the motorcycle and everything.
Yeah, I wanted him to show up at 3:30 so we could go get the motorcycle and be done by 4:30 so that I could wind down and leave early.
And in the rain on top of it.
In the rain. Yeah, it's one of those days. So, yeah, I don't like riding with other people. I want to leave when I want to leave.
Yes, I'm the same way. Get there when I want to get there and leave when I want to leave.
Yep. I'm always on time, But when it's time to go, it's time to go, and I don't want to be dillying around. Amber says, oh, I was actually asking. Richard always seems very homegrown, farmer-friendly. No. No, those kind of people don't know anything about digging into dirt. Amy says, the highlight of my day. I just locked the doors. Someone is trying to get in. I pretend I don't hear them. Whoops, too late.
That's funny.
Amber says, okay, bedtime, snack, and waiting for sleep. Hugs. Y'all have a wonderful night. Amber, I hope you have a wonderful night and put your spices in your shepherd's pie any way you want to. I'm sure it'll be delicious. It'll be a good, fun experiment. Aaron says, I met a guy today when I was fishing, and he came up to me and was preaching, which was fine, until he got to the part where he told me he listened to Joel Osteen. I've never seen him. Well, you're not missing anything.
No, and he's full of crap.
Joel Osteen is the least preacher that has ever existed.
He brings the whole definition as you can go to hell from the pulpit.
Put it this way. His daddy was the preacher. He inherited the church. But his daddy was the preacher. He's no preacher. He's a motivational speaker. Period.
That don't always speak the truth. And
Yeah.
Let's see where I seen. Oh, night, Amber.
Aaron says, I just know people say he's a hoax and that he's bad. So I pretty much was done right there. Smart man. Well, you've been with me long enough. You've read enough of the Bible that when people start talking about it, you can square it with stuff that you know. And if they're telling you something opposite of what you know to be true, politely end the conversation. That's the power in knowing the difference. A lot of people out there preying on people that's never read the Bible because they're relying on the fact that you've never read it. And they could tell you anything and you'd believe it. If you got enough charisma, that is. But if you know better, when they start spitting that nonsense, you can go, yeah, that's not right. It's not what the book says. I know because I've read it. That's the beautiful thing about what we do here. Joel Osteen types don't stand a chance.
Oh, damn.
What?
Shots fired at the bottom of the chat.
I'm getting there. Amy says, Aaron, he doesn't teach the Bible. He also would not let people in his church when they needed refuge from the storm. True. Brand new church, brand new carpet, would not open the doors. People are out there suffering in a hurricane. He wouldn't open the doors, let people in. Debbie says crawdads, crawfish, or mud bugs. About the same, yeah. All shrimp are cockroaches in the sea. So crawfish ain't much different. Aaron says, that's crazy. The church thing, yeah. It is crazy. I don't have much use for Joel Osteen. I don't think very highly of him at all. Boy, the chat just keeps growing every time I get to the bottom of it.
That's because we started talking real quick.
Amy says, Aaron, he definitely not Jake. Joel Osteen.
No. Not even close.
Well, thank you for that. Aaron says, problem is, now the guy keeps blowing up my phone, telling me he wants to meet. And I just met this dude, and it's weird. And I'm not that type of person. I'm nice, but I don't know him. Well, if he wants to meet, there's a reason for that. He's either trying to sell you something or trying to gain something from you. Yeah. One or the other. Stay away from that guy.
Hey, and there's a thing on your phone that's called a block.
That's right.
Block the number.
Yeah, I wouldn't be anywhere near that guy. He's trying to sell something to you or get something from you. And it might not be something you want to give, if you know what I'm saying. Debbie says, when we bought this house 20 years ago, we had the septic pumped out And at that time, the guy told us to use buttermilk, and he explained why, but I do not remember the why. Well, I'll look into it because that sounds like something that is useful. Yeah. Amy says, tell him you're Amish, Aaron, and you want him to help with a barn raising. Yeah, that'll get him real quick. Or just beat him to the punch and ask him for a ride to the airport. Or can I borrow some change? Debbie says, but we have never had to call him to pump the septic tank since. Well, that's good. Aaron says, that's actually a good question, but I don't think you can be black and Amish, like born that way. I'm not sure. I might be talking out my butt, but I don't know. You wouldn't be wrong. I don't think I've ever seen any black Amish people before. But it is a religion, so technically you could convert to be Amish, and then your children would be if you raised them that way. And it might just be due to where they're at, too. They might just be in a very white area of the country, and so they just don't spread out, you know. Could be that. I don't know. I really don't think being black has anything to do with it, though. But, you know, religions, they're kind of weird. Debbie says, use buttermilk every couple months. Just a jug of buttermilk. Just pour it down the tubes. Not a bad idea. Debbie says a whole half gallon in the bathroom furthest away from the septic tank, so it goes through all the pipes on its way to the septic tank. I got it. So a half gallon every 2 months, 3 months. That's totally doable. And if it works, what a great little money saver that could be.
Yeah, because Riddex is expensive.
Yes, it is. So is that powdery stuff that I bought that time.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of just got enzymes in it that break stuff down.
Stuff and all that, yeah.
That was very expensive. Like $30 a box, and they're little boxes. Amy says, talking out your butt, you mean a fart? If it makes sound, yeah. If it forms words, definitely. Aaron says, out the gazoo. Debbie says, Amy, every time my mom would fart, she would say, did you hear that? Did you hear that asshole, what he said about me?
My daddy would say, you hear them barking spiders?
I just look around the room like, what the hell was that?
Or he winds up like a shotgun.
Shift gears. Aaron says, they kill monkeys. I saw it on National Geographic. It's very disturbing. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. They might kill them. I don't think they eat them, though. I might be wrong. I was under the impression that as big, as strong as gorillas are and as sharp as their teeth are, they just eat reeds and bamboo. I don't think they eat meat. But they might kill monkeys. True. If they eat them, that's news to me, but I believe you. Amy says, ha, Debbie. And Amy says, I think I saw that video too, Aaron. I know that other monkeys will hunt monkeys. They'll like run them in a trap. They'll chase them, and then there'll be other monkeys waiting for them, and they'll run them into a place they can't get out of, and then they'll attack them and eat them alive. Other monkeys will do that. But I don't know if gorillas do. I will look into it, though, because I like knowing what I'm talking about, and I think gorillas are strictly vegetarians. But if I'm wrong, so be it. I'm not saying you're wrong. That's what I thought. It's not gorillas, but it's a type of them. They eat the other ones. Oh, I got you. Okay, so gorillas don't eat monkeys. You might be talking about bonobos. They're big, like chimpanzees. like twice as tall as the other ones. That might be. It was chimps and bonobos. See? There you go. Baboons. Okay. Got it. So I stand corrected. Gorillas was wrong. Okay. Cool. We're straight on that then. Amy says, you stand corrected, so you still not sitting down? Well, you can't sit down and be stood corrected. Monkey Juice, are you sad that you don't get to jump in there every now and then? Is that what the problem is? You're not getting your word out? You didn't spell his name right, by the way, so you don't even know what you're talking about. Aaron says, I got to keep standing because the Democrats didn't. Oh, dang, shots fired. They sure didn't. For anything. For anything normal. Things that you should stand for. They didn't. It's terrible. Amy's got her popcorn again.
Couldn't even stand for our military getting Purple Hearts. And
Couldn't even stand for that little girl who's learning how to walk again.
right.
Or whatever it was. Amanda says,
Shots fired.
Muggy says, spitting nonsense is the name of the game. No, it's not. No, you can spit all the nonsense you want. The rest of us are trying to be friends. What is your purpose for being here, Monkey Juice? You do realize today's Friday, right? Aaron's like, nah.
What the hell, Aaron? They couldn't stand because they got too much lead in their asses.
Who knows? Muggy says, every time you turn around, there's a Christian trying to take your money. You think that's what it is? The Christians are doing that? Hey, Richard, I can think of a person who has never given me a dime. So what are you saying? Yet here you are. So it could be said, every time you turn around, a Democrat is wasting everybody's time, taking up all of yours and not giving their fair share. A moocher, a freeloader, a bum. Could be said that way.
A shit starter, an instigator.
So you say tomato, I say you're a moron.
Hobo.
A hobo. Puppeteer, welcome back. He says hi. Or she, I don't know. Puppeteer, what are you? And hello. Amanda.
Hamburger helper hand puppeteer.
Amy says every time you turn around, there's someone on the left taking your money and giving it to ungrateful people. Touche. At least with us Christians, when you give money to the cause, it's a cause worthy of giving money to, and it helps other people out, usually. What can you say? Aaron says, if money is the root of all evil and there is a Christian trying to take your money, then guess what? They're not Christian. They're evil, posing as a Christian. But donations are welcome, not expected. Correct. You know, this whole thing that I do right here, this, or the, it's a suggestion, not a demand. It's also not a price tag. It's never been $1 assigned to it, ever. So if that's what you're getting at, you're in the wrong alley. Amy says the love of Monet is the root of all earvills. Wait, what? That was a good joke. Wait, you'll get it. Money. No, the love of all money is the root of evil. Yes. It's the love of money, not money, just so you know. money is not the root of evil. Money is a tool rendered unto Caesar what is his. But loving money is the problem. Greed, hunger, desire, selfishness. That's what causes evil. Amy says, hi, puppeteer. Aaron says, the difference between Jake and Joel Osteen is Jake brings you to the truth without the show, the lights and the glam and the BS of trying to trick you. Right. Trump's not a Christian. Ask Stormy Daniels, says Monkey Juice. Do you think that Christians don't have sex? Do you think that's a prerequisite for being a Christian?
I wouldn't ask that horse shit.
And by the way, how do you know that she's telling you the truth? You ever thought about that? You're trusting the word of a prostitute over the word of a president. Because why? What reason do you have to make that assumption? Is it possible you're talking to the wrong people? Second of all, why would being with a woman make him not a Christian? Do you think that there are no Christians that have been with prostitutes? Do you know who Mary Magdalene is? Do you know who Jesus liked to hang out with? Do you know anything at all? Or are you just making grand assumptions with how smart you think you are? If you have a mirror, I would suggest you spend some time in front of it. Aaron says, tomorrow will be great for this.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Saturday is the day we argue on purpose, Monkey Juice. If you're just trying to start shit, you're in the wrong place.
Tonight is our relaxed night for the week.
Supposed to be.
It's going to be, because I'm going to block his ass in a minute if he don't stop.
Judy says, right, Amanda. Amy says, greatest real estate model ever. Living rent-free in so many heads. Amen to that. Aaron says, I can't wait. Debbie says, Monkey, you sound jealous. It does, doesn't he? I think he's mad because he don't have a show that people like. Amy says, Saturday is politi-tics. It's a chill stream night. Emphasis on the word chill, Monkey Juice. Amy says, Mogwai? Mogul? Damn autocorrect. Best real estate mogul ever. That makes more sense. Amy says, I'm going home. Love y'all. See you tomorrow night. Amy, I love you, sweetie. Have a good night. Be safe. Amanda?
Not Amy.
And that's the bottom of the chat, so I'm checking out, too. I got to go to bed. I love you guys. I enjoyed the night mostly. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow night where we can argue on purpose and have fun doing that. Have a great night. God bless each and every one of you. Like, subscribe, share, support, join. Super chat if you dare. $20. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever you dare. If you dare. Thank you. Have a good night. Love one another. Love people you don't know. When you go out into the world, be nice to somebody. That's it. Sayonara. See you tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.